I have an axe to grind with John Gruden.
Yes, you do. You got a big one.
John Gruden and I have talked a grand total of one time in my life. I met the man a couple of times, you know, covering the NFL as a columnist and stuff, especially when they beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game years ago, and they won the Super Bowl in 2002 when they obliterated the Raiders, his former team that he was the head coach for 4 years. But up front, a few months ago, right before, you know, we launched First Take in a big way, Mr. John Gruden was up front.
It was an ESPN event.
It was an ESPN event.
Right. This one.
And he lectured me on the greatness of Tim Tebow and how effective he'll gut you, Stephen A. And all of this other stuff. That's the only communication I've ever had with John Gruden.
So you don't really know him?
I don't know him at all. I still resent him, though.
Okay.
You know, because he just sat there and just took me to school on the sport of football as he schools everybody every Monday night. Okay. Because he's exceptional, you know. I mean, just the heir apparent. He's the man now. All right? Even though I haven't found him since Tim Tebow had the year that he had. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
That was Rex's fault.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, John Gruden. Nevertheless, there's a lot of people that have this mindset that John Gruden, oh my Lord, it's Monday night. He's the voice of Monday Night Football. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
He's great. I know this. But would I mind seeing John Gruden back on the sidelines for an NFL team? Absolutely not. And I say this respectfully and admirably because the man is a Super Bowl champion, okay? But he still has a few things to prove. In my estimation, I'd like to see him do it. I look at him, his last 6 years in Tampa. He coached the team 7 years. Inherited Tony Dungy's team. Ended up winning the Super Bowl his first year. They were 12-4, had the #1 ranked defense in the league, okay? From that moment on, in 6 years, there were 2 playoff appearances. 4 times he was out of the playoffs. It's a 2-4 playoff record. Offense wasn't great, couldn't find a quarterback to save his life. Obviously, Brad Johnson helped him win a Super Bowl. We know that Brad Johnson is never going to be mistaken for being a Hall of Famer. After that, you have Brian Griese, Chris Sims, all right, and Brad Johnson in 2004, Sims and Griese in 2005, Gradkowski, Tim Rattay, is that the Tim Rattay and Chris Sims, okay? Those were his quarterbacks. And then, of course, he had Jeff Garcia and Luke McCown, and then Jeff Garcia and Brian Griese again. Man couldn't find a quarterback. Couldn't find a quarterback. And I'm going like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You couldn't find a quarterback.
And in those 6 years, he made the playoffs twice and he lost both first playoff games.
Yes.
0-2 in the playoffs.
Lost both wild card games. Lost one to the Redskins, lost one to the Giants. So what I'm saying is, as great as John Gruden is, and Lord have mercy, boy, is he great doing this job. I mean, we don't need him to lead. Oh, you understand? And I know that you love him there as well. But would I like to see him back on the sidelines to prove once again how great he is? Yes. Because I think he has unfinished business. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles or the New York Jets, even though the New York Jets still have a head coach, I wouldn't mind seeing him in either one of those cities because I think his personality is tailor-made for it. Blue collar, work ethic, that kind of thing, hardcore, intense. You know, every game matters. You know, accountability. You know, he's not going to stick with Sanchez like that. He'll try. Listen, he had Tim Rattay up in here. You understand what I'm saying? He had Luke McCown up in here. Chris Sims and these boys, they got starts.
No, Gruden would have made the playoffs this year because he would have played Tim Tebow.
Fine. But what I'm saying to you is that he would have tried something. He wasn't going to stand pat with a bunch of inept dudes. That's why I say New York, I say Philadelphia. That's my take on John Gruden.
You are exactly right. He would bring huge excitement to any city that he started.
No doubt.
San Diego would be a great destination.
No, it's too comfortable for him.
Okay, but they might move to L.A. They might move to L.A.
Yeah, but there's still like sunshine, Labor. No, we don't. No, Gruden. If you're gonna be in California, be in a black hole.
I hear everything you just said. Maybe he wants to just scratch the itch again because coaching is in his blood. He was born into a coaching family. But I completely disagree with your concept because even though I have had no conversations with John Gruden about any of this is strictly my opinion.
It's just our opinion based on the reports.
John Gruden isn't just great at Monday Night Football. He's becoming all-time great at Monday Night Football. He's becoming the next John Madden. He might even eclipse John Madden one day as the greatest Monday night analyst ever. And I will point out, they have similar backgrounds. John Madden quit coaching prematurely at age 42 and never looked back because he loved what he did in television. John Gruden was out of coaching at age 45. And you can say, well, he's about to turn 50, maybe he needs to scratch the itch. Stephen A., he scratches it like crazy all football season long. He's got his quarterback camps that he does in the offseason. He's got his warehouse full of tapes. He breaks down every game. He lives and dies whatever the Monday night, the two opponents, breaking them down. He knows all there is to know about those two opponents. Again, is it the rush of Sunday? No, not quite. But Monday's pretty close, and he's really good at it. And again, now he can't lose Monday Night Football. Maybe he'll have the rare bad broadcast. I don't ever see it, but maybe he thinks, oh, I could have been better tonight, but he didn't lose the game. His job's not in jeopardy, right?
So I am stunned by what I'm hearing from you. He hasn't lost. What? That's the Skip Bayless I know. Oh, we gotta be safe. That's what it is.
Safe?
That is very safe.
You don't think you're working without a net on Monday Night Football?
100%.
With him, it is what it. Listen, excuse me. There's nothing to Monday. John Gruden could do Monday Night Football in his sleep. In his sleep, he sleeps.
Well,
You're just talking about.
Then he's sleeping alone because I don't know anybody else who can do it like he can do it.
Let me tell you something right now. Well, first of all, let's give credit where credit's due. First of all, Mike Tirico has been sensational.
He's
Mike
phenomenal.
Tirico has been sensational, and talk about the ultimate traffic cop, setting John Gruden up so he can knock it out the park.
But you can't tell John what to say.
I understand it, but Tirico is brilliant, and he's doing a fabulous job. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, it would be one thing if John Gruden won the Super Bowl title and then left. Oh, no. He won the Super Bowl title in 2002 and spent the next 7 years starving to be relevant. So I'm sorry. I don't look at it like that. And then number three, in terms of the itch and all of this, I'm like, wait a minute, Skip. Far be it for me to tell him or anybody else that he's a grown man, he's got his own family, his own decisions to make, and God bless him, whatever he decides he wants to do. But at the same time, if you've got that kind of itch, competition is what scratches it. Not some, I'm sitting behind a tube telling you what everybody else should do.
Okay, so
I'm talking about the itch.
What if he goes somewhere and gets fired in 3 years? Then where's that leave him?
You know what? Right back here. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
Sometimes that doesn't work out.
No, please. For him, as great as he is, trust me, John Gruden will never have a problem getting a television job again in his career. You can bet the house on that.
I agree. But because
just
you
like
get
Doc
that
Rivers.
job again, you can't be.
Remember when Doc Rivers was doing ABC for basketball? Do you think Doc Rivers was worried about getting another basketball job as an analyst? Please, he never had to worry about that again. He went back, coached, got a championship in Boston.
There's only one Monday Night Football job.
I understand. And I'm telling you right now.
Could he replace Stephen A. Smith when you're elevated into that analyst job?
Could he do that? Could he replace you?
I don't know.
Can I say something for the record?
Say something.
I do believe I don't know a speck of football compared to John Gruden, but I'm telling you right now, as a third wheel on Monday Night Football,
you might be okay. You could do that.
I'm not campaigning. I'm just telling you. Howard Cosell brought halftime highlights brought to you by Stephen A. Smith.
Moving
a breed
on.
apart.